Welcome back to the Skeeter's Theme, episode 2. I'm Seun Suberu, the host.
I'm Osa Alejo.
Justin Gilmore.
I'm Andre Davis.
Asia Mitchell.
Cozy Route.
Andre Nay.
And today we'll be talking about if college is necessary. Starting it off, what do y'all think?
A big yes.
I think college is necessary based on what you want to do in the future.
I can agree with that. Okay.
For example, if you want to be like a doctor, and then you have to go to college and you have to go to med school. But if you want to be like a
Low level profession.
software engineer or something with programming, you don't necessarily have to go to college because you can learn how to do that on your own. Yeah.
I think college is necessary because with today's society and the value of a dollar continuing going up, working a low-level job may not be able to keep ends meet, if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
But value of the dollar is going down, though.
yeah, but
Well, you know what I mean. Like it's stuff is.
I think he means like money's becoming more important.
Yeah, money.
Money matters now.
But like, I don't think it's necessary based on like, because school isn't for everybody, right? You can
Exactly.
tell
That's
like
true.
school is not for everybody. But the thing is, you can make 20% more money with a college degree than without one. In the profession that you want to do, regardless of if it's working on like cars or something like that, or some professional school, you make 20% more with some sort of schooling.
may I ask where you got that from?
You read in the book. You read in one of the
Check a reference.
Like, because
Check the reference.
like, even though based on what you said, right? Like, I know a whole bunch of people in my family who make like 6 figures and then they never even went to college. Like, we have like a whole bunch of mechanic work people in my family who make like 6 figures trying to fix cars or just trying to fix computers. And I really think that they're going to be making the same if they got a degree for that specific field, like just mechanical work.
But I think that's dangerous.
Like
That's a
Making
dangerous
it about
game.
yourself, no, just like saying based on what you've seen personally in your life is a dangerous thing to base off of an entire, you know what I'm trying to say? Like,
Oh, I
Trying
really
to be-
because
general
mine is
like
like
that.
general of millions based on that. Yours is general like based off of like your family, like 2 to 5 people.
Honestly, like really, the only problem with it, like, is that we make it like a task. You know, like it's just something we gotta do. So like you don't have to do it. It's just like guidance. You know, like it's just like a piece of paper telling you can do some things, but like you can accomplish stuff without it. Like you know, you're not doomed to fail without it. But like we make it this like a chore. So it's like no, you don't want to do it.
Yeah, going off what Justin said, I know like pretty much it's like society expects us to go to college, but I know that it's not necessarily like you have to go, because I know there are a lot of professions where like you just have to get a certificate. Because I know like to be a dental hygienist, you just need a certificate, which can take like a couple months to like a year or so to get, and then you can make like 6 figures within a year or so. So I know it's not like completely necessary, but like if we're talking for certain jobs, it just depends. Really.
But would you agree that like college is like the safest way though?
Probably.
Probably. Because like back
I wouldn't
on,
Safe?
It's like holding your hand. Yeah.
like Cozy, back on what you said, like how like you have people in your family who make 6 figures and stuff like that. But I believe like there's a high percentage of people who make 6 figures like went to college than those who didn't go to college.
Yeah. I'm
Because
more-
like based off like a lot of people our age think like, oh, I don't have to go to college. I can just think of some business and then it'll just go skyrocket. But that's really rare. That's rare.
Yes.
Now, I also think that even if you don't go to college, there are other alternatives such as going to get your CDL to drive like the big rig trucks, or going to a trade school to learn a trade. And so even if you don't want to go to college, there are other opportunities for you to expand your learning and not just college, I feel like.
Yeah, because you're also able to do like freelance work, you know, and just, it's kind of like Craigslist, right? Where you're just able to set up your little job and then somebody will hire you to do a certain thing, and then you're just able to live off of that. But going back to what you were saying about, Nate, what you were saying about, I'm sorry, you're both named Andre, so I was like, hold
It's
on.
okay. We used to.
So it was like, even though it's based just off of like one person, right? Like I'm thinking like college isn't the only option, because our parents have instilled in us that like going into college is the way, so we're able to work with our minds instead of working with our hands. Like that's the main reason why they want us to go to college. But technically speaking, like you really don't have to do that. Like there are so many different options that you're able to take. That's what I was trying to say.
Like, I know there's different options, like, and the thing is, like, our parents feel like college is more, like, stable.
Yeah.
It's more stable for us to go, because, like, we'll have, like, a set schedule where we're, like, we'll get what we need done, and, like, we'll come out and we'll be functioning members of society based
Yeah.
off of going to college, and then we'll get a
It's
job.
it's a good baby step into reality. Like,
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
that's
but then
excellent.
there's a whole bunch of people who just go into college their first year. Like people who get their scholarship in high school, working their butt off this entire time in high school, right? Then as soon as they go to college and have some freedom, right, they'll just like first semester just bomb it, and then they'll lose their scholarship.
Right.
And then
But
that's
that's
their-
responsibility.
that's on
Okay,
them.
so that relies on the
yeah, and
individual.
it's like
Go
there's,
judge them,
like
you know.
which one of y'all said that?
So some people like are meant for it.
Yeah, some people aren't meant for college,
Okay.
even though
That's
they've been
true.
working for it. That's why.
And even if you, let's say for instance, you're not sure about college, there are junior colleges to attend to try college, I feel like. Because we have Eastfield, Central, Mountain View, and other colleges here in Dallas. And I'm sure there are other junior colleges in the States. So even if you, like you said, go to college and then get a scholarship and then bomb, I feel like if you're not confident in yourself, try a junior college or something.
I also feel like
something
those
that.
students that like get that scholarship and then go and bomb it is because they had such a like rigid structure at home that like once they got to college they're like boom, freedom. So like they don't have to like do their homework, like nobody's nagging them to do their homework, so they just not gonna do it. And so like I don't feel like that was like that college wasn't meant for them. It was like they just weren't ready for the freedom.
Mhm.
If you gotta be nagged to do your work all the time, then like.
I mean,
work
but
on
you're
your work.
smart enough to do it. Like it's not that you were nagged to do it. It's more like you were, like it's like here, like teachers still hold our hands, even as much as they say that in high school teachers aren't gonna hold your hand. They still technically kind of hold your hand. College, those professors don't care. Like if you show up for their class or if you don't turn in their work, because they're getting paid regardless. Like you paying them
Right.
regardless.
Like
Your
that
money.
kind of leads into the second part where we're talking about do teachers care or students just being lazy?
But based on what you said before, I think we should consider the success rates.
Yeah, that's
That's
really
right.
what matters the most.
A lot of people like, I'm not gonna go to college, I'm gonna make my own business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then like the business fails, and then now what? Like you
They
don't
have
have
no
They're
backup.
just-
They have no backup. Like I say if you really want to have some big business, like at least first finish, like
Like get a bachelor's
get a
in
bachelor's,
business
get a
or
bachelor's,
something.
so you always have some backup plan, because a bachelor's degree looks a lot better than a high school diploma. And that's with anything though, for even if you apply at a grocery store or something, if someone has a high school diploma and you're up against someone with a bachelor's degree, they're still want to give it to the person with the bachelor's degree. It always looks better.
Yeah.
Cause I'm getting my Java certificate, like my Java junior certificate, and like for internships, they want people with like, that are either in college or like already have a bachelor's degree,
Yeah.
and it's like, and they're like, even if you apply for it, they're gonna look at that and they're gonna see this dude has a bachelor's degree, this dude's just in high school, and so they're probably just gonna throw yours out the window automatically based off of that.
Can I ask y'all something since we're talking about a bachelor? Since we went to a bachelor's, what about how y'all feel about associate degrees? Like, does that work the same or?
I mean, it's somewhat of a degree though, that's the thing.
Yeah.
It is a degree,
It'll-
but it's like, it's a step in the right direction, I would say.
Yeah.
I feel what you're saying.
yeah, it's better than just a high school diploma, but it's still not going to get you much more. It's not going to put you above everybody else that has a bachelor's degree.
I'm not gonna make you a baller.
But like for companies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like just the thought of them knowing that you went to college just gives them a sense of verification. Like, I can trust this dude.
Yeah.
He's made it.
Yeah.
He did what he was supposed to do.
On his own.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
had no teachers holding his hand.
Exactly.
Yeah, and another thing I learned about colleges is that even if you do go to a college, the alumni, you know what I'm saying, like the alumni,
The alumni
out
network,
there, yeah, the
like, they have
network.
lots of connections that
Yeah,
can,
because
like,
you got your
help you
A&Ms, your
everywhere.
Texases, and then your Oklahomas and all your other Big 12, well, big schools.
We're not in football right now, sir.
But is college necessary, like socially, like for you to like get accustomed to other people?
Because like right now, like we're like so accustomed to seeing like a set group of people.
Yeah, exactly.
And and used to our like parents like being there for us. Like once you go to college, like we're on our own. That's you.
exactly.
Like you gotta rely to wake yourself up in the morning to go to your 8 a.m. classes and like feed yourself every day, go to bed, study, all that. So I feel like it like helps you also like not only make connections with other people, but like connections with the adult world and like becoming an adult.
Yeah, and like I've heard before, like multiple people, like I've asked multiple people who are in college right now or have graduated from college, like even though some say it's not necessary, it still gives you like a good experience. It gives you the real, like you said, you feed yourself, you got to wake yourself up. You determine pretty much what you do. You determine if you go to class and that prepares you for the real world, that prepares you for life, and then on top it's just a good experience. It's just a good experience.
Pay bills too, right?
Pay
bills.
Can I ask
Pick up
y'all from a parental standpoint about our parents? Like, cause with my parents, they've taught me how to do, like you said, fold clothes, iron your clothes, you know, feed yourself, wake up your own self in the morning, make sure you pay for your own gas and things like that. So do you think it's somewhat in the parenting as well, and
I
not
mean,
just college?
Like those parents like already have you a step ahead of those
Yeah.
parents that don't.
Yeah, because
Like-
they're not holding your hand.
Like parents that like make you go out and get a job and like, hey, you're not gonna have a car unless you can pay your own insurance and like pay for your own gas and like all that. Those parents like help you like later on in life. That's what I think.
So
it
it's
is.
basically a head start.
Yeah.
And college also teaches you time management, and that's something that's
Mhm.
very,
Yeah.
very important.
Boy,
It's sink or swim, because if you don't manage your time in college, then you're just done.
Yeah.
Ultimately.
I pray I don't procrastinate.
Because you
Yeah.
think you're
Procrastination.
gonna be able to
I
stay
got
up till 3 doing
That won't
papers and all that. But like once you get on that computer, like you gonna like your eyes gonna get heavy.
Yeah.
And like you just like all you can think about is sleep. You're not gonna think about that paper you need to write.
And it's not like high school now, it's where you can just you
Like
know,
like
just go through it
And
and
then
make some
and
stuff.
then
like,
your
yeah,
teachers
like
are gonna
both are-
remind you.
Yeah,
of-
you
those
can't-
are
you
like
can't get past-
trained professors
yeah.
that know how to read.
You can't trick
and
a college
everything.
professor.
And then,
Professor.
then it's about to be like, your teachers aren't about to just tell you, oh, you have like this many missing assignments, you should
Yeah.
really get, no, they're going to be like, all right,
And some teachers only have like 2
They're gonna be like,
assignments, a
give me your
midterm
money.
and a final.
Yeah.
And like
And
if
like,
you don't pass that, then you fail.
straight out of high school and you try to get a job, like no college, you gonna, like a lot of people just collapse. Cause like we already said, college is like an introduction into the real world.
it's
And then
kind of
you
like
see-
easy mode.
You get to get accustomed, all right, this is how I live by myself. But once you, high school, straight, you're on your own, I don't know how anybody could do it.
I mean,
And I know that a lot of people,
I know a lot of people that have gone straight into a job. Like one of my cousins, I don't know what does he do? I don't know what he does, but he graduated high school and then like 3 months later he was already a manager at his job, but he had 0 plans of going to college. So I don't necessarily think that like college is, I forgot the words I was gonna say.
Well, it just depends on the person, like what
Yeah,
a
that's-
person
yeah.
truly wants
Because
though.
I can
Yeah,
use my
yeah,
brother
it's
for
about that
example.
plan. If you have a plan of action and you already know what you're about to
Yeah.
do,
Go to
and it doesn't involve college, then you'll be good.
And I think that's
As long
the
as you
biggest
stick to it.
thing now.
It's
I
really
think
just
we need to
personal.
learn is what's your plan post high school.
I think people like worry about the money. Like they want to come out of high
Yeah.
school already making the money. Cause like my brother, like he went into a job that like my family knew that wasn't for him. Like my brother doesn't like getting his hands dirty, and like he went into a job, construction, like he made good money, but like it wasn't for him. And so now like 3 months have gone by, and like he had to quit his job because he realized like this isn't for me, and like now he realizes that he probably needs to go to school and do like something that's more like mind work instead of hand work.
Talking about the money though, college is expensive.
College is
Bruh, hey,
All right, how do y'all-
hey,
how do
hold
y'all
on.
feel?
Big shout out to Fast for though.
Fast food.
Shout out Fast. We love y'all. We love y'all.
This is,
We love y'all.
gonna, this is about to go on a tangent.
It's all a scam.
It really is. This is about to go on a tangent, but do y'all feel like college should be like lower price or free? How do y'all feel about
Free?
that?
Not
never-
free? No.
it'll never be free.
Professors need to get paid,
I
and
understand,
colleges need to
right?
get paid.
Right.
And you have the whole shebang of college needs.
Make the government pay.
Like, but I feel like college is like the right price, but the thing is, minimum wage isn't rising with the same as college is, as college tuition is. So like, minimum wage is $7.25, college is like all the way up here.
But if minimum wage rises,
Yeah,
Then everything else
else.
rises.
I just
That's the
think
thing.
the government should take money from the military, because our military is already,
Because
nobody
half
has to do this.
the
Made a
things the
pause on
government
that.
does,
Education.
like half the
How
thing,
many,
like listen, half the things the
Hold on,
government does, like they get
It's gonna go
surpluses.
somewhere else.
yeah.
Like the government gets surpluses, and then like they just start wasting money on like random things because they want to have that same funding the next year when they could be putting that funding into something else.
The funding of the defenses, I think that's fine. Like, I don't think we should touch military money.
what should we touch then?
So we're always
Let's
cutting
get an
money from
agency board.
education.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
Let's say
cut
every
money
year
from
we
the
cut money from
Yeah,
education.
and like,
Teachers don't get paid enough,
That's
honestly.
why so many,
Professors,
Hey, y'all
that's why
need
so
to-
many
We'll
teachers
get
are
to
going
that
on
later.
strike.
Oh yeah, we'll
That's
get
for
to
real,
that.
yeah, that's
Don't
for
worry.
real.
You don't think that we're spending too much as a government on defense?
I mean,
because it's defense, so I'm like, you
We're
can't.
strong.
like
If
yeah,
you knew all the
because
specs, probably you'd be like, oh yeah, like
Really
come
sure.
on.
because they're giving their life on the line, so we can be right here, right now, making this podcast. If you
But they
see-
also
see
have
that.
extra.
But if we have to take money from somewhere, I don't think the defense would hurt too much if we just put a little bit of that into education.
Just put like a
Is it like
billion into
How
a
much
billion
funding
into
they get, Tony?
education.
See
fam.
how
to
much
make
their
a-
surplus is and see.
They're
and
trying to
see.
make another branch.
Oh god.
SpaceX.
The Space Force.
Space.
Star Wars.
Space.
That's for real
So the
though.
thing is,
How you bring it back,
space
bring it
is,
back.
is the whole
Bring it
world.
back.
You can't
No,
go
not
on
like
space
that,
though.
dude.
The aliens don't care about us.
It's for satellites, like protecting the satellites, because like if someone shot your satellite, you're done. Your communication's over after that point.
Alright, but let's run it back to where we first.
Okay, so
started.
you got,
Yeah.
you
With
guys said
college, how do we get
college
here?
is expensive, but like there also is some colleges that are affordable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like there's a lot of affordable things, and like loans aren't a bad thing, like because like yeah, I think loan is a bad word, but like student loans are a bigger tax write-off than your mortgage, and like that's could be good, and like things can be forgiven, and you can pay off your loans in time, and like it's not bad.
Can't procrastinate on
There's
loans.
scholarships
But like, but the thing
everywhere,
is,
though, right?
if you make
Yeah,
it,
scholarship being the best
Paying
one.
loans until you die.
but look, if you go to college and you gotta pay these loans, like you're going to college so you can come out making like a 6-figure job.
Exactly.
So you have enough money to pay off those loans.
Alright,
What
let's
if you
say I want to
Unless you're
go
trying to
into
go a
education.
teacher in
Anybody
and
Oklahoma.
student
Does
loan.
anybody know anything about like where they're going? Like any facts about what they'll be spending or anything like
I
I
haven't
mean,
looked it up.
I'm trying to
Either, bro.
get
Who's spending what?
right,
Where you
like-
education.
that? What you spending? Like where are you trying to go?
Well, I know from the
Oh,
project we
sleep.
did with Donnie last year. Big shout out to
Yeah,
Donnie.
we did a project about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did Donnie last year.
That made me not
Shout
go to
out to her.
college.
Yeah.
And she showed us the price of college and
Man.
how like from the year of what did we started like 2014 and how it's like
It was like 20.
It increases.
yeah,
Yeah,
like it has
30%.
increased. It's a gradual increase.
It increases like a good 75. I mean, not $750 every year or every semester.
Now thinking back when we adults and we're growing with children
Yeah, we
and what the
broke.
price of college is
A
going
lot
to
of
be.
things change.
But think about teachers though, teachers making 50 grand a year.
If even.
If even.
Yeah.
At the right
But they-
school,
but they
it's
got-
probably in California.
they got-
It depends on the school district, because I know like in Oklahoma, they have volunteer teachers, because like students don't even want to go to school no more in Oklahoma because they want to farm. like they want to fall in Oklahoma.
Country
Here,
boys
But they
need
also
to-
They love it.
they also could teach them like 4 days a week in some because they can't
Yeah,
afford to pay the
yeah,
teachers
and, like-
or like fund the school themselves.
and like here it's different because like we got good school districts here.
And we
Like
got Betsy
teachers in
Palms.
Mesquite get like $60,000 a year, $50 to $60,000 a year, and if you're a coach, maybe possibly 70. If depending on how long you've
In
been
high
here.
school or in college?
In high school.
70,000?
Oh, yeah, some
Yeah.
teachers
Yeah.
here make like 90 grand.
Dang.
bro.
Yeah,
I'm talking about coaches.
yeah.
Oh,
Coaches,
Coaches, they
too.
make more.
Coaches
Because
too.
Yeah,
Should've
because
been
they
like
get
a
Because they gotta
certification.
put,
They catch
They have degrees.
you know, like, I'm telling you, it just depends on like, it depends on where you want to teach. That's the whole thing. Like, you can't go and be like, hey, let's go teach in Oklahoma for free or for like $2,000 a year. Cause that's basically, like, you gotta be like, where people actually want to learn. Like, and where people actually want to learn, that's where they're gonna pay you now.
Alright, but what about the kids that don't want to learn?
But then they can do
That's a whole
whatever they
different
want.
subject.
That's a whole different subject.
All right, but to wrap it up, right, I want everybody's consensus here. All right, is college worth the price?
No.
In a way, it is.
I said we go this way.
The
It's like,
So,
All right,
yeah,
all right,
it's-
what do y'all, okay, what do you think? Is college worth the price?
Dang.
One word answer.
One word answer.
One word
So,
answer.
one word answer.
One word
I can
answer.
answer this.
Can I explain?
can we get like a one-word answer? Like,
Okay, all right.
College is worth the price. I'm gonna say yes because there's a college out there that could possibly be affordable for you. And you saying and people saying that college is too expensive, that can't be your only excuse. Because you could also ask for a loan. You could also be working while you're in college. And
Also, look at the junior college.
This is the longest.
We can also talk about the army. You can join the army, guys.
College is the price that you make it, if you
Yeah.
get what I'm saying. So it's the price that you set it as. You just gotta be able to look at it from the start.
Yes, I believe college is worth
Is worth the price.
I believe college is worth the price. You just have to find ways to pay it back, or get the money to pay for it.
Me,
Ye-
I can't answer this that short, but I'm gonna say it's worth the price depending on the person. So like everything that we're talking about, it's really just person to person. So I don't think that we could answer this just like for everybody.
Abroad, yeah.
Yeah.
Overall, college is not worth it for most Americans because they can't afford it. Move on.
college is worth it, based on what you make out of it, I guess. And if like you think that you can't afford free college, the Navy Academy and Air Force Academy is free.
Exactly.
If you want to
There it
go,
goes.
you just gotta surf it.
There
Hey,
it
make
goes.
sure you see
I don't know.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
don't
Don't forget
know.
you see it.
Go to war.
You just gotta surf.
I mean, you don't even have to go to war though.
You just be a reserve.
I
Yeah.
ain't trying to.
All right, y'all, is college necessary? I say, for most of us, we'll say yes with a few caveats. Thank you for watching the Skeeter Sting.
Oh my God. How do we do that?
Thank you for watching the Skeeter Sting. We'll catch you next time. We are Skeeter Nation.
Skeeter Nation.
Oh, no, we love.
Oh, we had this.
Oh, no,
We had the second section.
We are Skeeter Nation.